Demarco Morgan, our correspondent, is there on the scene, and he has somebody who actually saw the crane collapse. Demarco.
That's right, Vlad and Anne-Marie, good to see you guys again. Vivian Collins, you actually live on this street, and you said you actually saw the crane come crashing down.
I saw it, yes. It didn't crash, it somersaulted.
Somersaulted?
Yes.
Now, what was going through your mind? Did you ever have any fears that something like this would happen?
Yes, we complained to the city many times. My daughter called up and complained on Sunday.
And what were you complaining about?
Safety, the inconvenience. This is the inconvenience to our street, which is closed off, the safety of these cranes and how they're operated. We have many, many concerns.
And if you could give us more details about the safety part, I mean, what were some of your fears?
Everybody knows that there have been a number of crane collapses, and this is such a huge crane, and the space between it is so narrow. If it would have toppled sideways, it would have crushed our building.
And again, you said you live on this area. If you could talk a little bit more about what you saw. I said it came crashing down.
No,
you said no, it was the
crash.
complete opposite.
Okay, here, they apparently wanted to move the crane to the east. They inched it forward, and they couldn't do it. It was slippery. So they took big pieces of plywood, and they put it in front of the treads horizontally. They stacked up three or four pieces of plywood under each of the two treads. Then the driver walked up the steps that are on the treads and got into the cab, closed the door, and put it in forward. As it hit the plywood, it started to it somersaulted, and it went upside down. And
now talk about pedestrians in the area. Of course, around this time, morning rush hour earlier, you have a lot of people on side. Was it a lot of people out there trying to get down the street, and was it chaotic at the time?
They don't allow pedestrians on the block when they're operating the crane.
Okay, so no pedestrians were out. Now, you do know that 3 people were injured, 1 person now dead. I guess your thoughts about that?
It's terrible.
No, that's okay. Let's wait until its truck passes right here. I'll help you back down, though. Sorry about that. Again, your thoughts about the fatality that we now know about?
My deepest, it's just horrible. That shouldn't happen to anyone. My deepest sympathy to the families. It's heartbreaking.
Okay, my final question: are they letting you go back in, or what?
Yes.
What's the?
Well, I heard that a gas main was broken underneath. So I heard that the gas is shut off in the area, and there was gas leaking from the crane. So we were concerned about all the gas coming out of the gas tank, which apparently has gone into the sewers now. We're concerned about our water, and we're concerned about everything.
We're glad that you are okay, and of course we'll try to keep you posted as soon as we learn more information about this. And we want to talk to
Demarco,
you.
just one second. Demarco,
recording on camera. But thank you for being
Demarco.
Yes, go ahead.
Hang on
1 second. Vlad may have a question for you.
Yeah, I just want to ask your witness there how far away she was from it, and did she ever feel that she herself was in danger? We know that this man who died was killed on the street, just walking along the sidewalk. Did she ever feel that she herself was in danger? Was she close enough?
Which is a good question. Vlad, our anchor back at the studio, you said you stay on this street. How close were you to that incident there? And did you actually fear for your life?
The red brick building? I was on the 4th floor of the red brick building.
So very close.
On the left, yeah. And I called 911 about a minute after, as soon as I came out of shock.
So kind of like threw you off your feet for a moment there.
Well, I screamed. I just couldn't believe it. My daughter was getting ready for work, and her reaction was even stronger because she's been very anxious about this the whole time. She used to work for the city, so she came running. But I called 911.
And I know it's a small block, but if you could put it into a little perspective for us, how many apartments would you say, or how many folks live on this street? Is it a large residential area, or mostly office building?
No, this block here, opposite 60 Hudson, has 11, maybe between 18 and 40 apartments is my guess.
Oh, but enough people live on this block. All
I
right.
don't really know the size of the other ones.
So what are you going to do now? Do you have somewhere to go? Are you heading to work?
I'm going back to work. I'm an artist.
Okay, so you're heading back to work.
I have a studio there. I'm going to go
Okay,
back
cool.
to my
Thank you.
studio.
Well, I want to make sure that our producer gets your information so we can get in contact with you. Vlad and Marie, you guys have any more questions for Miss Vivian before we let her go?
Well, I was a little curious as to why she was watching things unfold. I know she had mentioned that she had complained and she was concerned, but she just happened to be looking out the window, or did she hear something that caught her attention?
Yeah, that's a good question. Did you just happen to be looking out the window, or was it something that caught your attention, the noise?
Well, I check on it frequently when I'm there. I was getting dressed, putting my socks on, and
So this has been a huge concern for you.
Yeah, no, my whole family's been watching it. Everybody in our building has been concerned.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we're going to let you go so you can go off to work. But again, Cass is going to get your information so we can talk to you a bit later. But this is a story from a lot of people. This is the first hand account story that we haven't gotten this morning since we've been out here. But we've been hearing from a lot of people who work in this area who have basically, wanted to see what happened, but we're glad that they were in the right place at the right time and not here when this crane came crashing down. Clearly, that wasn't the case for a number of people who were injured, and that one fatality that we do know about. You may want to step up on the curb so you don't get hit by any of these cars out here. But again, people are talking about it. We spoke with one woman who works on this block. She said that she had stopped at the bank. She wasn't going to stop at the bank at the time, but something said, hey, stop now. She went to the ATM. And she said that had she not stopped at that bank, she believes that she would have been in the path because she takes a cut through here. Even though Miss Vivian said that they don't let people walk through, she apparently gets a chance to walk through here just to cut across the block to get to work. So she says that she believes she would have been on that sidewalk at the time when this happened. So this situation could have been a lot worse. It is bad because we do have one fatality, which is never good, and 3 people injured. But it could have been a lot of people being that this area is pretty packed and crowded during morning rush hour.
Demarco, that's great reporting. Thank you very much for finding that witness. It's a remarkable story.